The hospital hallways were cold, quiet, and too bright, the kind of brightness that made everything feel unreal. Ripa moved through them with trembling steps, each echo on the polished floor tightening the knot in her chest. She had spent years surrounded by cameras, lights, and the noise of morning television, but nothing, absolutely nothing, had prepared her for the suffocating silence of the ICU. Just hours earlier, Mark had been laughing with her in their living room, insisting he was just tired, the same excuse he had been using for weeks. Kelly had known something was wrong, but she didn't expect the sudden collapse, the frantic ambulance ride, or the terrifying blur of doctors rushing him behind double doors. Now she stood just outside his room, hands clasped, trying to gather the strength to breathe. When the nurse finally nodded for her to enter, Kelly stepped inside and froze. Mark lay connected to monitors and IV lines, his usually vibrant energy dimmed. But when he opened his eyes and saw her, he managed a wary smile. "Hey, Kel," he whispered. That was all it took. Her tears spilled instantly, hot, uncontrollable, unstoppable. She rushed to his side and grabbed his hand, pressing it against her cheek. "Don't you dare scare me like that again," she sobbed. Mark squeezed her hand gently. "I'm okay. They said I just pushed myself too hard. Exhaustion, stress, a perfect storm." "But you knew something was wrong," Kelly cried. "You ignored the signs. You hid your symptoms. Why didn't you tell me?" He looked away, guilt flickering in his expression. "Because you were already carrying so much. I didn't want to add more weight." Kelly shook her head, her tears falling onto the sheets. "I don't care how strong I look on TV. I'm human, and I can't be strong if I lose you." Mark swallowed hard, his own eyes watering. "I never meant to scare you. I thought I could handle it." A soft alarm beeped on the monitor, and Kelly instinctively placed her palm over his heart, as if trying to steady both his rhythm and her own. For a long moment, neither spoke. The ICU hummed with machines and muffled voices, but inside that small room, time stood still. Finally, Kelly whispered, "Promise me something." Mark blinked. "Anything. Promise me you'll stop pretending you're invincible. Promise me you'll tell me when something hurts. Promise me you won't carry everything alone." Mark exhaled shakily and nodded, "I promise." But then he pulled her closer and added, voice trembling with sincerity, "And you promise me you won't blame yourself. I don't want you to take my struggles as your burden." Her tears fell harder. "I promise." They sealed their vows with a soft, fragile kiss on the forehead. A nurse stepped in gently. "He needs to rest," she whispered. Kelly nodded but didn't let go of Mark's hand. She sat beside him, refusing to leave, even when visiting hours ended. The nurses gave her space. They understood the weight of love in moments like this. Hours passed and the ICU lights dimmed. Outside, snow had begun to fall, coating the world in white. Inside, Kelly watched Mark sleep, her fingers still threaded with his. She wasn't thinking about the show. She wasn't thinking about the world waiting for her tomorrow. She wasn't thinking about cameras, scripts, or deadlines. She was thinking only of him, the man she loved, the man who scared her, but also strengthened her, the man who had made a promise she prayed he would keep. That night, Kelly whispered one final vow into the quiet room. "We're walking out of here together. I'm not leaving your side." And with that, she rested her head beside his, a silent protector through the long ICU night.